Is sick, and I'm gonna apologize for the background noise of the washing machine, but Nana is sick, so my project for today was to completely disinfect everything in her room. So this is one of the drawers for her cart. I've got it outside the garbage can drying. The other two drawers are there drying. Her garbage cans are there drying, and I've got the cart here and all the contents up here along with some dishes and stuff that need to be put in the dishwasher too. But she's sick. She's actually, this is one of her tables too. She's actually in the hospital. She was admitted this morning for severe sinus infection, bronchitis, and urinary tract infection. So I came in here and I stripped her bed, which these sheets are all clean. I just got to get them back on the bed. I dusted everything, including the blinds. I've taken her curtains down. That's what's washing in the washing machine right now. I have dusted everything, which I still have my cleaning rags and cleaner to get. I sanitized down her commode. I took the runner out, vacuumed underneath it, scrubbed the carpet underneath it, scrubbed all the carpets, washed those pillowcases, her Elvis pillowcases. I straightened up her closet and straightened up her drawers to some extent. I'm still trying to find a way, and if anybody has any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. She has a lot of stuff, and she likes a lot of stuff. My grandmother loved her to death, but she is kind of a hoarder. So she's got quite a bit of stuff, and she likes to be able to see it. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to organize it better for her, I would greatly appreciate it, because this drive me nuts. But again, it's her room, and since I don't have to come in here very often, I try not to be too nitpicky about it, not try to let my OCD take over. But again, she's got quite a bit of stuff, and this is actually a lamp she bought for my great-grandmother when she was 16. She had bought it as a gift, and so she still has it. I frankly think it's a little creepy because the little guys inside of it like to look at you. I swear to God, they follow me around the room. But she loves it, so I've got the carpets been scrubbed. I vacuumed it first, of course, and scrubbed it. I took everything off the dressers, wiped it all down, dusted it, put everything back where I found it because I know how Nana is. I did go ahead and dust along all the edges, all the vents. I dusted the fan too, which I've got running right now because, again, the carpet is still drying in spots. Like down under here is still a little wet. But I moved this out of the way, cleaned underneath it, and then moved it back. So you can kind of see where my footprints are. But I dusted the blinds, the windowsill ledges. Like I said, I've got her curtains in the wash right now, so those will be put back up before the night's out. And then her rolling cart goes over here in this spot. And her garbage, she's got one little garbage can that goes here for anything that needs to be rinsed out. And then her other garbage can goes over here. And that's her laundry basket. So once the carpets were dry in certain areas, about the interruption, as the carpet's dried, I pretty much started putting stuff back in place. I washed down all the walls in here in the commode area. Of course, I has to photobomb me. Wiped down all the walls here, which looks like I might have missed a spot. I'll have to get that before I go out. I cleaned the light switch. I cleaned the
every single place, the top to bottom on this
pretty much, because I wanted them germs to go bye-bye and not follow around. But yeah, I even cleaned these chains and the little pull chains on here. I think the only thing I didn't completely scrub down was that lamp, because I knew if I broke it by accident, like if it chipped it off, it would make her cry, and I don't even want to take the chance of that. So I dusted it as gently as I could to make sure it didn't have any dust on it.
Pretty.
But other than that, I did not scrub it down.
Can I say something?
What?
Comment hashtag pretty if you think this thing is pretty.
I think it's creepy. I'm just saying.
And do hashtag creepy if you think this thing is creepy. I'm going to get the most votes for pretty.
You and my cousin Erin are both weirdos. But anyway, if anyone has any suggestions as to helping to organize her stuff so that she can see it, but so that it's not taking up so much space, like why she needs 5 of the fans, well, excuse me, 4. Apparently I can't count either. From my cousin's wedding, I don't know. But she does. She wants them, so that's fine. But again, this way she can have her stuff and have it look fairly neat as well. So, and I did find some cluttery junk under, I shouldn't say junk, it's not junk to her, but cluttery stuff underneath her pillows that she was hiding on each side here that I'm going to have to find something to do with after I get the room put back together.
Can I organize these?
I've already done it. As best I can right now. I have already done
I
it.
have a good idea.
Okay, what's your idea, kiddo? No. Don't do it. Tell me.
This, and this go up here. This would be moved down here. This would also go up here. This would be moved to the back of here, and so would this. This will be kind of moved like somewhere else.
Okay, don't move anything on this dresser. She will have a cow because she will remember exactly where she had it. Ouch. My soap stuck me. She will remember exactly where she had it, and it will make her upset, which is why I put everything back where I found it when I was done.
And this can go somewhere out of the way, and then this can also go up there.
What I think would be kind of a good idea, too, might be to be maybe a couple of corner shelves up there or something. But yes, I am. I have ADHD like my child does, Miss Interruptee. But we haven't quite gotten that far in here. But that's been my process of the day. So now I'm going to get the sheets back on the bed. I didn't take down the fire alarm. Oh, because the battery was beeping. It was pissing me off. I still have blankets to wash because Nana is always cold, so she has like 8 blankets on her bed. So I've got her curtains in the wash right now. I still have her main comforter to wash that matches these. What?
I don't think the clock should be there. It just doesn't look
Okay.
at me.
Okay. It's not about you. Put Nana's clock back on the dresser where she wants it. She has an issue with listening to, apparently. Stop touching Nana's stuff. Come over here and put that back where you got it from. Don't make me count to 3.
This looks best over here, though.
That was a clock I made for Nana for Christmas a couple Christmases ago.
I did.
No, I made this.
I made one.
Not this one. But it's got pictures of my great-grandma and great-grandpa. It's got a picture of my grandma and my grandpa. Yes, that is a wig and her bouffant hairdo. This is a picture of her and all the kids, and then my great-grandparents and my grandpa and Nana, obviously. And this is my older picture of Nana and Papa. This is the 5-generation picture. It's got me, my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, and then Sky as a baby.
Well, where?
And then this is a family photo from a couple of Christmases before. I want to say probably about 3 or 4 Christmases ago at this point, because I've made this probably 2 years ago.
You can't see me.
And I made it in this plum color because at the time that was the color her bedroom was, which it is not in Timor, and it actually is showing up a brighter purple in the camera than it is actually in person. It's more, it's not quite as bright. It's a little toned down. But that is one thing that I made her.
You can't see me.
Yes, I can see you. Please stop interrupting.
No, you can't see
But that has been my process of the day. I still have to put all the sheets on the bed and put the pillowcases on the pillowcases on the pillowcases. It's been a long day, damn it. I've got to put the pillowcases on the pillows and start getting it back together. Sky's trying to climb underneath her bed, but it doesn't really work very well.
Mom,
What?
my bubble butt won't let me fit under.
What?
My bubble butt won't let me fit under.
Okay, well then don't try to force it because you'll get stuck and I'll have to call the ambulance again.
I don't care.
But that's been the project of the day, is stripping down and disinfecting Squirrel's room. I have to wash that spot on the wall. It's driving me nuts. Alright guys, I will let you go. I'll show you once everything is taken out of the kitchen and put back where it belongs. And I'll give you an overview then. But like I said, here are the blankets I still have to wash. Her main comforter, and then this is her double fleece blanket I made for her. I've been telling her I was going to make her one for a while, so I finally had gotten to make it. So that needs to be washed too. I'm just trying to get as many of the germies and uckies out of the house as I can.
She ruins fruit.
I ruined fruit?
She ruined fruit.
I didn't ruin it. I put it on the dehydrator to dehydrate it.
You ruined it. You put the peel there too.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. I'm gonna grind it up and see if I can make lemon powder. I just haven't gotten time.
She ruined apples.
And those are apple slices.
She ruined fruit.
Anyway, I'm going to get back to putting the bedroom back together. Mouthy mess.
No, call me feisty.
Whatever. But I'm going to get back to putting the bedroom back together, and I'll bring you guys back. Don't sit on that. Your bubble butt will break it.
No, the only thing that'll break my bubble butt is if you poke it with a pin.
I wasn't talking about that breaking your bubble butt. I was talking about your bubble butt breaking that. Not the same thing.
Okay, guys, this is what I said when I was little. I was like, "Hey, Mom, don't get a pin near my booty butt because it'll pop it."
She's such a weird kid. But alright, I'm going to get back to my cleaning. Get all her stuff back in her drawers. Well, I better wait for them to dry first or that won't be good. Because they're still, Sky, they're still wet from me spraying them down. So's her garbage cans. Being a pain in the buttocks. But, yeah, gotta get this stuff back into her drawers. I need to go get more of her pull-ups and pads and fill the drawers up while I'm at it. But I gotta wait for them babies to dry. I need to check the clothes in the dryer, see if they're ready to come out, because I think there may be a blanket in there, too. She's got lots of blankets. Then I need to get her breathing machine back in the bedroom and her computer back in. But I'm going to start by putting the pillowcases on and the sheets on and go from there. So I'll bring you back. So far, I've got the sheets on, pillowcases all on. I'm waiting for the other blankets to be put on, because once they're done, they'll be put on, and then I'll fold them all. I realize y'all can't see my other hand. I'll fold the top down on all of them and then put the pillow on the bed. So I'm waiting for those to be done and then her room will be put back together. Yes, again, need to be Miss Photobomb. Don't even. You better fix it too because I just finished that. Alright guys, I'll show you the rest of it once all the blankets are done. Curtains hung back up and over the blinds. So that's done. I've got her main bedspread is in the dryer now and her double fleece blanket I made for her is in the washer. So the bed's almost done. And I've got her drawers put back together with all her stuff in it. And that is ready to go for her. And her garbage cans are now back in here as well because they were all dry. So I'm just waiting for the beds. Oy, apparently I'm tired. I'm just waiting for the rest of the blankets to be finished. And then her room will be complete. So I'll bring it back once those are done. Let's put back together. I've kind of fudged this part of the blanket because it's not as wide. You can see her main bedspread and her other extra blanket. But because of the way the bed is built, I can't tuck that part in. But this guy is barely wide enough for the bed. This is the double fleece I made for Nana, but it's 3 yards long this way. So it actually comes up and you can kind of double it up on the lower half if you need to. So I kind of fudged that part of it, but the rest of it's made nice and pretty. And you might be thinking, wow, this part of the video, it's so much brighter in that room. She must be doing this one in the morning. No. The dang dong light bulb popped. Since the light bulb popped, I had to take the thing off to change the light bulb. Since I took it off, I went ahead and gave that a scrub too, and it's draining in the strainer in the kitchen. So I'll put that baby back on in the morning. But since I had it down, it seems stupid to put it back up and not actually scrub it out. I had already dusted it and given it like a little bit of a zhuzh. But since I was taking it down to change the light bulb, I just went ahead and completely washed it. I don't need you on as high anymore. The higher the fan is on, the more it bounces around. But, yay, her bedroom's all put back together. All of her stuff is, remembered to plug her charger back in. And I did go ahead and add a couple of containers in here because I am a container freak to neaten this drawer up a little bit for her so that she can find stuff a little easier and not have to have everything out on the top because it weighs it down quite a bit and she struggles at times to get the drawers open, which is why they're not completely closed. So I figured if I closed them, I would forget that I closed them, and then when she came home from the hospital, she wouldn't be able to get them open. So this area isn't perfect, but this is stuff that she had sitting on this chair, which I had to quickly empty off so that I could help her get up this morning. One of the reasons we took her into the hospital, actually ended up calling an ambulance, was because she was having a hard time. Strength-wise, she just couldn't seem to get up on her own, so even with help, it was a struggle. I think it took me about an hour to get her from that chair out of her room here. Turn the light off as I go through the kitchen and to her chair there in the living room. So, poor baby was not feeling good at all. There's her walker. Since the ambulance took her, we just left the walker here. But there you have it. That is my project of today, was going through and completely cleaning everything in her room. I'll put the light thing back on in the morning. It's in the strainer, so I won't be able to forget, because my ADHD brain says if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen. But I got her little table in here, and normally it sits right in front of her little seat, because she'll sit here and watch TV or play on her computer if she wants to, instead of trying to do it in bed. But I just have that tucked out of the way right now because she's not here. But yeah, there it is. And for anybody interested in buying Boy Scout popcorn, I do have, I did get a link from my friend, and I will try to remember to put that in the description box below, so you can go to the website and order it and have it shipped right to you. So take a look at that, see if there's anything that you want. I think my favorite is the unbelievable butter and caramel corn. But we also like the cheese popcorn. So it's really hard when it comes time to order popcorn. All right, there you go. I got to finish cleaning up the kitchen. Majority of it is cleaned up now that I've got her stuff put up. There's the globe for the light. I got to finish cleaning up the kitchen, putting away my jelly, because I haven't quite gotten there, and then cleaning up my mess. But I think that may be a project for tomorrow. Been trying to go through each day and do a clean and a deep clean. I'll probably do a separate video on it just because that's way too much for one video. This is going to be long as hell anyway. So I'll talk about that in a different video. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Again, comment below with what is your most dreaded chore to do. I know I have one. What's yours? See you soon.